Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're very excited to be here today to launch the latest in our ONE DeKalb initiatives. In the last several months, we've launched ONE DeKalb Lives, which is a major housing initiative to put our first responders and our teachers into vacated homes as a result of foreclosures in quality neighborhoods here in DeKalb County. And then a few weeks later, we announced ONE DeKalb Works, which is our job stimulus program, where we're going to be creating thousands of jobs over the next couple of years as we repair our water and sewer infrastructure. When we talk about ONE DeKalb, we're really talking about the spirit of unity in DeKalb County. And DeKalb County is not only a county that is united in spirit, but we're a progressive county. The citizens of this county voted to form the most modern county government. The citizens of this county voted to dedicate a penny sales tax to MARTA. And the citizens of this county continue to work together to move this county forward. Our latest ONE DeKalb initiative, which we're here to announce today, ONE DeKalb Votes, is essentially about getting our citizens engaged in the election process. 2012 promises to be a very active political year. We've got a presidential primary in March. We've got local elections in July, along with some important referendums, including the transportation referendum, where citizens from the 10-county area will go to the polls to determine whether they want to dedicate a penny sales tax to improving transportation throughout the entire metro region. And then, of course, we have a presidential election in November. And so we've got to get our citizens engaged. There was once a saying that as goes DeKalb, so goes Georgia. And we want to give that saying meaning once again. So through ONE DeKalb Votes, we're going to get out and educate DeKalb citizens about the importance of voting. We're going to get our citizens registered. We had over 100,000 citizens registered, but who didn't get out to vote in the 2008 presidential election. We have an opportunity to get our folks educated on the importance of voting, to get them registered, and then get them mobilized and transported to the polls. Today, we're excited. I'm joined by several community groups, which I'll name momentarily, and Maxine Daniels, who is our Director of Voters and Voter Registration here in DeKalb County. And because our first initiative is to ensure that we can get our seniors and those in our community who have disabilities to the polls. We want to make sure that they get out and are transported and have access to the polls and get there early. So we're here to announce the first initiative designed to get those communities who have contributed so much but are too often forgotten, the members who are disabled in our community and our seniors out to vote. And I want to just name to you some of the folks who are here. Several members of the DeKalb County Voter Registration and Elections. Raise your hand as I call your name, please. Christy Clark, Friends of Disabled Adults and Children. Let's give them a hand. Yes. Our president of DeKalb for Seniors, Inc., and former mayor of Lithonia, Marcia Glenn Hunter. Mayor, thank you for being here today. Tony Johnson, president of the Stone Mountain Lithonia, Stone Mountain Lithonia Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Of course, Delta, you see the Deltas are present. If they got on red, they're probably a Delta, okay? Let me get, is there another Delta chapter? I thought I saw another Decatur Alumni Chapter. Are you all here too? Yes. Okay, at the bottom. Okay, Francine Gadsden, Decatur Alumni Chapter President. And the Deltas are going to serve as ambassadors to ensure that that we get our seniors and those disabled citizens actually, when they show up to the polls and at the front of the lines. We're going to have dedicated lines. We have Belinda Pedroso, president of the DeKalb League of Women Voters. Okay. Kim Cameron is here, president of Decatur DeKalb chapter, the National Coalition of 100 Black Women. Kim, thanks for being here. Clarence Wells, executive director of the Community Achievement Center. Thank you, Clarence. Ken Mitchell with Disability Link. Okay, thank you. A very special friend. I'm honored to be partnering today with Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, not only my own fraternity, but Alpha Phi Alpha has a history of voter education from their earliest campaigns of a voteless people is a hopeless people to major initiatives to get people registered and mobilized and educated about the importance of voting. And so we're honored to be joined here by the General President of A-Phi-A fraternity, one of DeKalb County's very own, the Honorable Reverend Herman Skip Mason. And I want to ask Reverend Mason, Mr. President, if you'll speak to us there.
Thank you, Mr. CEO and dear friend and brother. Let me say how delighted I am to join with DeKalb County and ONE DeKalb Vote. My wife, who is here with me, and I are tax-paying citizens of DeKalb County, and we're also neighbors of the former mayor. And we're excited about what is about to take place this year. And I'm excited that Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity has declared that this year we will attempt to register 1 million voters across the world in a campaign entitled, First of All, We Vote, but we can't do it alone. And so we're delighted to see our sisters of Delta Sigma Theta sorority here, our brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi, our sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, of which I am a husband of one, and the entire Greek community. And so we are looking forward to working. I'm looking forward to traveling and going with the CEO at his request and demand as we spread the word and as we join together to do three things. First, to make sure that our people are registered. And then secondly, to empower them and educate them about why they should be registered and why they should vote. And then thirdly, to ensure that they are mobilized so that they can get to the poll and cast the vote of their choice. In this month of February, where we celebrate the accomplishments of African Americans, the greatest feat and struggle to come out of our race is the right to vote. And so we stand on that, and I thank you, Brother CEO, for the opportunity to join with DeKalb County. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brother President. Excited that all the fraternities and sororities are joining us in this effort, particularly the good work of the folks that you have here today. I want you to hear from our Director, Voter Registration and Elections, Maxine Daniels. So Maxine, will you tell us more about ONE DeKalb Vote?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. CEO.
Thank you.
I'm proud to represent DeKalb County Board of Registration and Elections, represented today by Mrs. Leona Perry, a member of our board, to announce the opening of the first ADA accessible-only absentee poll in Georgia, if not in the country. Although every polling place in DeKalb County is fully accessible as required by the Americans with Disabilities Act, or the ADA, this voting site is designated to meet the special needs of our valued seniors and voters with disabilities. The enhancements offered by this site include a layout that provides easier access to voters with support apparatus such as wheelchairs and walkers, additional voting units at seated positions, better wheelchair access to units on tables, more units with audio ballots available for the sight impaired, ambassadors provided by the Stone Mountain and Decatur chapters of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority to help with check-in, additional handicap parking close to the building entrance, appointments available for groups of citizens that need assistance. In addition to this special site, there will be another poll here in the memorial location to accommodate other voters. These enhancements will facilitate voting for the targeted groups while allowing the lines for other voters to continue without interruption. Georgia Election Code requires that voters with disability and seniors aged 75 and above be allowed to be given priority voting when they arrive at our polls between 9:30 and 4:30 during the day. This arrangement will allow us to accommodate that, actually to exceed that requirement without interrupting the flow of the other voters. We will have another site here in the building that will have 50 voting units for other voters, in addition to this room, which will be set up specifically for disabled and seniors. This arrangement will be a win-win arrangement for all the voters of DeKalb County. Voting here at this location starts on Monday, February 13th, and will continue Monday through Saturday through March the 2nd. And we'll be voting from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. In addition, we will open a voting poll at the Tucker Recreation Center located at 4898 La Vista Road. That site will also open on February 13th. Will be open from 7 to 7 and will include both Saturdays between now and here in March the 2nd. The final week of voting, we will open at 4 additional locations throughout the county, and we have a handout available that can give you those locations. Thank you.